Okay folks, welcome to part 2 of Saturday morning at Horseguards. I've gone across to the central traffic island to give more of an idea of what we're dealing with, as it were. You can see here on Whitehall how many people. It doesn't look quite as intense obviously when I'm this far back, but you can still see that motion, that movement, that enormous melee of tourists crowding the horses in and out of the front gates, and very, very, very close to the edge of where the pavement sidewalk for you in the US, you folks in the US, meets the highway. Glorious experience of a shared horse with a complete stranger. If you didn't see part 1 of this morning, Saturday morning at Horseguards, part 1 finished with a beautiful Japanese family who was celebrating the birthday of one of their children, and both of their children, the girl and the boy, were dressed in traditional Japanese kimonos. Glorious, I mean, really, and the first time I've ever seen that here. Wonderful thing to see. Colours in particular, extraordinary. I should bid fast. Amore, amore, amore. Some dude with blue Mohican. Maybe he's going to come up in a minute. Look, electric blue or turquoise Mohican. Except the horse doesn't mistake that for some sort of smoothie or slushy drink fixed to his head. Hands close, but not too close. Pretty good in terms of those reins. Playing with a bit something the horse or the guard didn't like for a second. Then he's like, was it me? Is it my perfume? Is it my deodorant? Meanwhile, loving that outfit actually, especially the shoes. Wow. Oh, here he is, everyone. Right on time. Bro, don't scare the horse. It's a colour explosion and a half. I'm not sure if it's real or whether he just sort of velcroed it onto his head. It's hard to see. Flat white for the horse. Looks on tourists' faces coming through the gate. They're like, "Whoa, there's a horse!" So many people can't believe it. Have no idea where they've just arrived. I think I mentioned in yesterday's video, or the day before, that this place, odd as it might sound to all of you watching, is fairly obscure in terms of the London tourist circuit. Yes, a lot of tour groups bring it, but if you sort of choose top 5 attractions in London, I guarantee almost no random group of tourists are going to be choosing it. Horseguards. Most people think, it's military political, which it is, and as such would be interesting for them. Everyone, of course, thinks of Buckingham Palace, Piccadilly Circus, Trafalgar Square, Big Ben, House of Parliament, Westminster Abbey, St Paul's Cathedral, London Eye, etc., etc. Even County Hall, Tower Bridge. Goes on and on and on. Millennium Bridge, Globe Theatre. There are so many. This is the problem, if anything, with London. The choice is simply too vast. Hence Horseguards, alas, Palladian wonder that it is, being pushed down that list of top 5, top 10, arguably even top 20 places to visit in London, which is odd because it's not very far from Buckingham Palace. But more importantly, if you're going from the palace to one palace to another, Palace of Buckingham Palace to the Palace of Westminster, to see, for example, Big Ben, ordinarily this is the way you should go along the Mall, southbound towards Trafalgar Square. You'll think about the back of Horseguards, walk across the parade ground, through the tunnel, and boom, out here onto the Strip, which means you're fully in the hood, the military hood, that is, guys, of London, military district, which kind of stretches from Wellington Barracks next to the palace, southward here to Horseguards. Oh, so she's actually apologised to somebody for being in their picture of the horse. Okay, thoughtful but unnecessary. Okay, here comes the guard. People are being careful, they're just out of his way today, look, despite the crowd. What a wonderful thing to see. I'll have a look at the other horse again in a minute. Oh. Wow, that was an interesting moment. Friend got that, yeah. The guard gave somebody a very, very, very dirty look. Unfortunately, my friend only got it from the guard's rear. Accidentally, they didn't mean to be in the guard's rear, they just were. So instead of shouting at them or pushing them, he gave them a very dirty look. I'm not sure if we captured that, might have just captured the aftermath of it. Either way, it happens here all day. Just like tourists are unable to wait for the guard to finish his rounds before going over for a picture. Raz, dva, tri, čtyři. Russians. Yadumo. Yep, he's not waiting this time. He's that exceedingly loud stamp. And he's off. That's it, trooper. Peasants should step aside. I always do. It's not complicated, is it, folks, really? If I were in a bank and the manager came along, I'd also step out of his way. It's a matter of common sense and respect. Tourists rolling up, they've got no fear at all of the horse, and today they don't really need it. These horses, this one, the other one, the other end, not sure of the names, guys, lifeguard horses, are not nippy horses. Oh, here we go again. Raz, dva, tri, i все. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and finish. Oh, here we are. Dad arrived late for the party. Goodness me. Right, other end it's got to be, folks. Let's head along. We've somewhat neglected this end this morning, but hey, that's about to change. Interesting, they did not change over the the 2 foot guards, the gatesmen and shitsmen, at 11. They often do. So I'm thinking that, hey, expedited changeover coming at some point later, or occasionally they flip it, they twist it up so that the changeovers are on the even hours, not the odd hours. Rarely does that happen, but I've got a feeling it might happen this morning. Could well have just been the sheer number of people in the yard. They decided, you know what, let's swap it out. I've seen it before, don't know. Guess I'll find out later today. We'll try in a second to get the other side. The light is better if I'm on that side looking this way. Sorry. I can move back behind the door as well. I had a bunch of flowers there for the horse. Look, curious. Look. I'm sure she knows it. It's a gesture with a bunch of flowers to the guard. This end is a lady guard. Okay, now we've got the light, folks.
Allá hay menos. Bueno, pero ¿qué pasa? Si el 30 va a poner aquí en el Ah, vale. Espérate, aquí la sala. Esto es 15 metros. Échale la 11 y la con tu mami.
Yeah, it was struggling to get prams and push those through. She's been walking up and down with this pram there for past half an hour. God.
¿Cuál Miguel Ángel? Corre, tírate, que están ahí, que se van. Yo también quiero tener la computadora.
Venga, poner. Hostia, con mi mami no, que me quedo sin de este.
Ya, venga. Toma, hacernos una Susana y a mí. ¿La has dado tu mami a la calidad?
Ese también es tuyo. ¿Qué te estás transmitiendo ya? ¿Qué te estás transmitiendo?
Tiene una obsesión de echarle más fotos al suelo.
enjoying the horse. Not too much noise here, not too much distraction. Big horse as well, folks. 17 hands this horse. Just sniff around in the guy's backpack.
Stand there by the side. No. What? Stand by the side? No. It's not going to hurt you. No. You stand by it. You go then take me back and take me back. Get the
You hear the constant traffic noise behind me. At least it's moving today, and so far, remarkably for a Saturday, so far, no protest. I don't know if any that are planned. There is a run actually through Hyde Park there, I'm not sure. So I think it's a half marathon, but that's very far from here. The route will not go along Whitehall. So we should, in theory, have a relatively peaceful day, at least compared to Saturdays of the last few weeks. That said, these things have a habit of just popping up very unexpectedly. Oh, slightly awkward. Oh, don't worry about the lady that's already there for a picture. The best bits are the awkward bits, no? Pretty much.
Beautiful horse, isn't it?
Don't touch it, but don't touch the horse. Curious.
Yeah, that's it. It's a good one. See that? That's good. Saying hello to you, mate. Saying hello to you.
Back to that lady. See that horse nipped her a teeny bit, but not because of that. She said thank you. She's got a kid with her. She's got, I think it's probably a dad and another relative there taking the pictures. She still found the moment to say thank you. It doesn't matter if the guard even hears it. Simple gesture. Hey, thank you. Doesn't take much, does it, folks? To be honest. But it really is quite extraordinary how many people tend to forget that these days. In fact, as we've seen almost every video in the past week or two in this sort of regular drop-ins at Horse Guards series, I need to think of a title for them. Most people could care less. In terms of gratitude, that is.
I told him on my own, always don't bite.
Interesting. I normally put a stop to flags being unfurled here, as they can often trouble the horse somewhat. Behind us, interestingly, look at this.
So I forgot to say that if you look on there.
How extraordinary is this? Going along Whitehall, horse and carriage. That's got to be one of the best ways to see central London, I would have thought. No idea how much it costs, but you know what? Some things are worth it.
Follow me, please, gang.
Horses getting a bit restless, a bit clippy here. Some stupid tourist on the left seems to think that's funny. Not sure why that would be funny to somebody, but clearly some people are so small-minded it comes across as being amusing. Here she goes again, look, with that push constantly expecting everybody to part magically. She whirls it back and forwards. I think it was guys that opened the flag, the big blue flag. I think it freaked the horse a little bit. All those horses. What did your film timing? Look, 16, 9, 1. Yeah, very stable actually, very stable. 740 you have a nice exactly, 740 more since this time yesterday. That's the highest ever number in one day. Lady God doesn't seem unnecessarily troubled by the horse people. It'll settle down. Big horse. It needs to settle down. Sure if it's the flag guys that set the horse off, or the other horses. Poor tourists look. They look disappointed that the horse is too distressed to pose for them.
Mom, do you want to go?
Banqueting hall, some event tonight, banqueting hall I think.
Thank you.
Yeah, amazing. To be honest, yesterday when I was on the park after I finished, a friend of mine, he got back into Wednesday, lifestyle friend of mine got on, and he did say that week before last they were told again. So not ideal. Which one? I didn't hear it. Wait, is it on the channel?
No, I didn't catch it. Nobody didn't catch it.
Oh, yeah, sorry, wait. I remember the one you mean. Nobody, yeah, nobody got it. Yeah. At the front, no one's been screamed at in, 3 days, I think? Since the Blues were here, actually. Yeah, day before yesterday, 2 days ago.
I got put out for that guy.
Try and find the name of this
The
horse.
one who's climbing like monkey.
I knew he was going to tell them to get off that post. They were being very cheeky, even being up there.
No one more coming in without it. Just move.
Serves them right. You see the officer today at Corporal of Force? Or not? Oh. So I'd like to ask which horses are there, but I didn't see anyone at all. Folks, I can find out the name of this horse. As usual, I will add it in a comment after the video's up. Sort of a bit of time for the other horse, and that will be part 2 of today. But I will endeavour. Sometimes the corporals of horse and even occasionally troopers don't come out during the day, so there's nobody that could tell me the name of the horse. Even if they do come out, there's no guarantee that they will want to divulge the name of the horse. But I'll try and find out. Big tour group here with what I think should not be allowed. There's exceedingly annoying microphones. Why? Because 1, they're noisy. 2, the horses just never like it, and 3, it's just too loud. Simple as that. Let's get away from the noise briefly before this video finishes. Yeah, it is a bit annoying. I can understand why they need to do it. It's a very, very noisy part of central London, but I'm kind of the opinion that, you know what, if the group is that large that you need a microphone, it's too large. Okay. Realistically, does a tour group need to be bigger than 40, 50 people? Probably not. But this dude on the phone next to the guard, look. Like, seriously? Look. Interesting. First I've actually ever seen that. Somebody who decides to be right on the phone, right in the face of the guard at the same time. I mean, it's incredibly curious, isn't it? I mean, luckily the guard doesn't speak Portuguese, so he didn't have to listen to the guy's fake call to his broker to sell all of that stock quickly before deforestation leads to declining stock values. I thought we might end up briefly then with somebody strolling leisurely into the arches, but you know what? They're too busy shopping. Where are they shopping? Here. Everybody at the guard shop. This little kiosk in the yard here is an extension of the shop that's in the Guards Museum at the back. This is not a odd commercial venture just casually tossed in here. It's the only place, and it is part, guard shop it's called, it is part of the museum. A lot of people ask me about that, kind of like, well, why is there a little shop there and stuff? It seems inappropriate. Although it would, yeah, but as I mentioned, it's part of the guard shop, so... Wait, how curious. Some girl just stuck her tongue out at me while she's walking there with her boyfriend. Obviously hoping she's going to get on YouTube. I'm not sure if we caught that, but... packed over this side as well. With a disappointed look on her face as the guard walks off. That happens super regularly. In fact, it takes so long to strike the right pose, and boom, it's too late. He's off. And to be honest, you can't really blame him. Anyway, look at the way that the light, folks, glorious early day sunlight, hits this side of the yard. Beautiful, eh? It's always highlighting the guard when he's in that position. Kind of ideal, isn't it? However, it means that corner is very, very hot. So you will try and stand to one side out of the shade. It's not a hot morning. It's about 22, 23 degrees right now, but you know what? It's hot enough. And there he is, folks. A little teeny weeny bit off of that quite magnificent circle that the lights form behind him on the wall. Pretty much perfect, eh?
Legal. Sessão de fotos. Vai.